Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here, basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. In this, basically, we are discussing about the city's creation, that is the future creation. One of the person told that basically, one of the software company basically told that is this software companies. They told that basically, are you basically in future? Then one of the software company group basically told that basically you are not getting job. That means you are basically in the future of the software company. Then one of the person told that are you in the future of software? Are you in the future of .NET? Are you in the future of Microsoft? Are you in the future of COBOL? Are you in the future of C++? Are you in the future of this? That basically each and every thing basically they started basically. And in this basically the topic was basically this only basically that vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D basically is going to create what basically for the future creation basically. They are going to create city data, they are going to create this data, this everything basically we have already discussed. We have discussed that also basically that police department basically giving the security to the above department basically. So one of the person told, literally basically he asked the thing basically. He basically told that actually police department who basically are police department basically. Then they told the police department are police department basically. That basically everybody knows that basically how many police department basically are there in this world basically. Then he told that yes, America and USA police department basically. Both few people say that basically both are friend basically. Few people say that basically both are enemy basically because plane crash is the example and chief minister basically ticks 100 plane crashed, 100 plane crashed, and he basically gets the certificate that you can become chief minister basically. See basically, and police only gives the security to chief ministers and prime minister basically. So one of the person told that यार ये कैसी दुनिया बना दी. How basically world basically has created. Which kind of world basically you have created. So one of the person told that basically police department also, for example Gujarat police department basically, they keeps their secrets basically, they don't share their secrets to the Maharashtra also basically. Maharashtra police department don't share that secrets to Gujarat also basically. Gujarat chief police department basically don't shares the data to Karnataka department basically. That is the Karnataka police department. Kerala police department don't share the data to Karnataka department basically. Karnataka police basically. Like this basically nobody shares their data basically. Reason, it might possible that basically in future, if in future basically if any war starts, like Gaza basically ended, assume that basically like this basically the war starts basically. So that time basically which state will we get end, and basically you can't say anything basically. You basically can't say that basically Gujarat will end basically. It might possible that Gujarat will also end. It might possible that Karnataka will also end. It might possible that the Delhi also basically might end. It might possible Uttar Pradesh. It might possible Madhya Pradesh. It might possible Bihar. It might possible Odisha. Like this basically any state basically can end basically. Any state basically can end basically. So police department basically never shares their secrets basically, and they basically never shares their secret basically. Few country police say that basically we basically are handling the country basically according to the our secret only basically. We only create the secret plans basically. Each and every police commissioner comes and he basically creates the system basically. Few people says that basically the system is already ready basically. You have to just, because chief minister comes, chief minister goes, chief minister comes, chief minister goes. So like this basically the other group and the police other groups and the citizen people basically can't every time basically they can't change their system basically, their living system, their standard living system basically. So few people say that basically chief minister basically have some training department basically. That is basically the training basics. Chief minister gets the training basically. All sorry, commissioners basically gets the training basically. All DSP sub inspectors basically gets the training from the one training institute basically, and that training institute basically are handling everything basically, and they are basically connected with the healthcare department. That is 100% sure basically. They are connected with the healthcare department and police department. Both are one. So one of the person told that how basically. Then basically Sunil R. Nair given one example. There are 22 types of blood group basically in this world, and each blood group basically have owners. Each blood group have owners, and they have basically their police group. So I will take one example basically. Then it will be clear. So one of the person told that basically. Assume that basically blood group B, owner name is C. Owner name is C. Just taking as an example really. And his police groups are this. That is, we are going to see just now basically, just a minute. That is, this basically we have already taken basically which kind of data basically they keeps. That is list of army groups in India basically. See basically these all are the groups basically. So one of the person told that basically that Maratha regiment, Rajputa residence. This basically, for example, Maratha basically comes into which group basically? Then it was that B group, and who is the owner of this? This each and everything basically. So each police department basically are connected with each and every blood group, and it might possible that basically this Maratha group basically might be in many blood owner also, blood groups also basically. It might be connected with like this also basically. So basically anything possibilities are there. Reason this mapping basically who does, they only decides basically, and that basically this everything basically is decided by the space basically which is available in universe basically for this all incidents basically. That basically we have already discussed basically what actually the space is, each and everything basically. So you can just imagine basically the world basically is up to how basically the world is created basically. So you can just imagine basically the dangerous thing world has created basically, and this everything is already created basically. Now basically you can't do anything basically. You have to adjust in this system only basically. Everything is basically created, so you have to adjust in this system only basically. That is Apple creation. Apple creation contains city going to create, and assume that basically few Apple basically creates data of where the blast is going to happen, and in that assume that basically in 2 kilometer area the blast is going to happen. So they basically that Apple basically is going to create this 2 kilometer areas data basically of the blast also, that is the power energy and the RDX also basically. So you can just imagine basically. So one of the person told that basically who are into the city creation basically, they are doing actually very dangerous task basically. So they are only basically doing everything basically. They are only basically doing everything. That is city creation groups basically. They are only basically doing everything basically. So one of the person told that basically, are you basically existing in the city basically? Then one of the person told that, sorry, are you existing in the future basically? Then one of the person told that future means your basically birth, your child basically is there, your wife basically is there. Then one Sunil Lana told that no basically I don't have any child and I don't have any wife also basically. So one of the person told that, oh, that means you are basically not in future basically. That also basically one of the person told. In next video basically we are going to see about the future creation.